What's up, party people? Welcome inside the 7 Sports Cave. I'm your host, Justin Rose. We have a big show for you tonight. We got to talk about the Tigers, of course. 7-3 to start the season. Who'd have thunk that? The Pistons toying with everyone's emotions. Are they wanting to be in the playoffs, or are they wanting to be in the draft lottery in the last spot? Got to talk about the Red Wings season coming to a close. And, of course, the same can be said for the Michigan State Spartans. All of that coming up throughout the next half an hour. So get your favorite beverage, sit in your favorite chair. Let's get started. All right, dreams of the Pistons in the playoffs are starting to vanish. They would have won today. They would have ensured themselves a spot in the postseason, but they couldn't do it. They couldn't focus on the rest or the positioning the rest of the way. Instead, against Charlotte today, they entered the day in the 8th spot, 2 games ahead of the Hornets, but Charlotte, of course, fighting for their playoff life. Hornets used a 21-8 run to close the first half out. The Pistons shot just 35% in the first half. Blake Griffin dealing with that knee issue, got into the lane there, and you could tell gingerly kind of moving, didn't go up for the dunk, just laid it in. That'll be something to look for in the next couple of games as well. The Pistons would close it within 1, Thon Maker with the dunk there, but this was one of those games where they could just never get over the hump. Frank Kaminsky hits his 3rd three-pointer of the day. That would prove to be the dagger. The Pistons lose their 4th straight game, still do not have a seat firmly in the playoff table, losing this one 104-91.
We just got to be ready to go in these next 2 games. I don't know how much, hanging our heads and feeling sorry for ourselves, or not even that, just, being stuck on this game. I mean, we need to make some changes and correct some mistakes and move forward.
Now here's the updated playoff picture. The Nets beat Indiana, helping them hold on to the 6th spot. They are a half game ahead of Orlando. Both Brooklyn and the Magic already in. The Pistons are in the 8th spot for now. Charlotte and Miami right there, a game back of Detroit. With 2 games to go, 3 teams will be battling for that final spot. Of course, the Pistons do have a couple of non-playoff teams. The Memphis Grizzlies coming to town on Tuesday. Then they go to the Knicks on Wednesday. So you got to think they can beat those 2 teams. They should get in. Well, the Final Four trip for Michigan State, shorter than they had hoped. Texas Tech's defense was as good, if not better, than advertised, leading the Spartans to their worst offensive output of the season in the 61-51 loss. Brad Galley was in Minneapolis all weekend with the team, and he wraps up a disappointing end to an overall excellent season.
When we walked into Michigan State's locker room after seeing Matt McQuaid leave the court covering his nose with his jersey, honestly, we expected to see tears. Not so much. For a young group that has so many returning players, Cassius Winston and the guys said one sour grape to end the season didn't ruin their outlook as they look back on this year.
It hurt that we could have played better in this game to, win a championship. But at the same time, I can't be mad. It's just, I feel like a lot of guys, they gave their all this year. They gave us everything they had. And they gave us even more than we probably expected out of them. And if you get that from guys, it's hard to be mad. It's hard to be down.
I want to say it was a point of frustration. We just got hit shots. It's a low-scoring game for us, and their defense was tough. But we just didn't hit a lot of shots today.
Guys, I can't ask for a better run or better guys. It's just that tonight wasn't our night, and it was theirs, and they're moving on, and we're done.
Making it all the way to a Final Four without Josh, without Arnie, without Nick and Spurts. So we definitely overachieved.
I asked Nick Ward after the game how he'd be able to sleep processing this loss on such a big stage. He said before he thinks about that, he looked back to last year. That one was a tough one to process. But losing here at the Final Four, he said it caps off a great season. With the Spartans in Minneapolis, Brad Galley, 7 Action Sports.
I want to welcome in now Rico Beard from the Spartan Beat in Lansing, 92.1. And Rico, look, it's a disappointing loss, no doubt. Anytime you get to the Final Four, you're one of 4 teams, you have a shot at it. But at the same time, how do you take this loss?
You know what? It's bittersweet because here's the thing. If you really look at it, they overachieved.
100%.
I don't think too many people outside of diehard Spartan fans thought that this Michigan State team was going to make it to the Final Four.
I tweeted before the season started and they lost to Kansas. This was a
You said it was done. Yeah, you said they were done.
I just never thought that this team would develop. And the fact
Michigan
that
State, NIT, Sharpie. Justin
I
Rose.
thought they were going to the NCAA tournament, but I didn't think they were going to go to the Final Four. And certainly when Josh Langford was hurt, I thought that would be a huge blow. Then Nick Ward goes down. I thought that would be a huge blow. And this team still found ways to get it done. I mean, the resiliency of this team has to be applauded.
It does. And the fact, I think that this may be the Tom Izzo showed he could evolve. And he was so stuck in his ways for years. I'm going to do this my way. It worked for Mateen. It worked for, Mo Pete. It worked for, all of these different people. Alan Anderson. It worked for Kalen Lucas. It's going to work for these guys too. And he saw, what if I change? I mean, the most telling thing happened after the first Michigan game when John Beilein walked into the press conference befuddled saying, they never did any of this stuff before. I don't know where this came from. We don't have any tape of this. That's why we look so unprepared.
Right.
We prepared for them, but he did other things. He learned how to evolve his offense and defense. And I think with this team, with that growth, they started believing in themselves. They basically were down to 6-7 people. So they had to use what they got. It worked. Right. They almost took it in. Now, the disappointing thing about the Final Four, it was an easy Final Four. Okay?
Yes, on paper.
And by easy, there were no blue bloods. There were no teams that were just locked and loaded with NBA draft picks. It was fair. It was balanced. You had the experienced coach there. You have 3 other coaches who have never been there. So, therefore, this was the one that if you wanted that second one, other than 2010 when you had Butler, West Virginia, and a bad Duke team, this Final Four, you thought you could capture it based off it was, but they ran out of bodies.
Ran out of bodies, and you have to give Texas Tech defense credit. Look, that is for real.
They're number 1 defense for a reason. It didn't say Washington Generals across their jersey. Texas Tech was there to win. They weren't there just to, we're just going to be the team that State beats. No, and they went out there. They showed why they have the number 1 defense. And the funny thing, Justin, is I think like a true top defense, the intimidation factor worked. Because Michigan State hesitated on a lot of things.
Just going to say that.
Because they were afraid my shot's going to get blocked.
Right.
Or did I hear a footstep?
Right.
And they're looking around. Finally, at the end, Nick Ward just said, I'm just going to go down low. Aaron Henry shocked me. You know what? Guys, screw that. I'm driving to the basket, okay? Try and stop me. And it was working, but it was a little too late.
Izzo now 2-6 all-time in national semifinals. I know that's been something that's been kind of on Twitter, and of course, some non-state fans have been pointing out how he can't win in the big scenario. You've been to 8 Final Fours, but at the same time, it is worth talking about because getting over that hump is something that he has to take the next step if he really does want to get that second national championship.
It does, but just a week ago, people said, well, you're 1-11 against Duke.
Yeah.
He went 2-11, and everybody said, oh, you know what happened? Those other 11 losses were forgot about. He goes out with this team and wins. No one's going to say anything about that stat. That stat is there. It's true, okay? You can't go around it, but you made 8 Final Fours.
Right.
There's a lot of coaches out there that would say, I'll just take 2 Final Fours. You made 8. So you want to win them, but you can't get angry that you made it that far. It's called the road to the Final Four for a reason. That's an accomplishment. The team coming back, I think that he can make it back to the Final Four next year and actually have bodies so that if you run up against a Duke or North Carolina or Kentucky, you should be able to compete with them one-on-one. That Champions Classic next year is going to be really good.
Let's talk about next year's Michigan State team because, Nick Ward, Cassius Winston, of course, some people are even throwing Xavier Tillman, but he squashed
that
quick.
down
quickly. Real quick. But let's talk Cassius. He's the guy that kind of made the whole thing work this year. I expect him back at Michigan State. Do you
I expect him back. I hate giving numbers because fans take numbers as the gospel. When you said this, I would be highly shocked if he leaves. I think he's coming back.
Right.
He talked as if he's coming back. He even made a statement saying, I got to get my body together. I got to do a lot of things. Didn't sound like somebody that you can't just whip your body into shape in a month and a half and be ready for the NBA draft. He's on no one's draft boards.
Right.
And you know what? I hate to, sometimes you could be a really great college player and it doesn't translate to your NBA talent. Just like you could be a mediocre player in college and then all of a sudden you're James Harden.
Exactly.
And you're an all-star and you're in commercials and you're doing stuff.
Right. So they come back. They get a great recruiting class. They have some. They're going to have the depth that they didn't have this year. Next year, is next year a preseason top 5 caliber team? Should everybody come back?
Next year's top. If Nick Ward comes back, they may come in at 1.
Wow. If
Nick Ward doesn't come back, they'll probably be 2 or 3.
Okay.
Depending on who sticks around and who leaves. But I see Trey Young's flirting about coming back with Duke. But with this team, yeah, they could go 12 deep next year. And no injuries, yeah, you're looking at a team, high expectation. There's a lot of similarities between the 99 team and the 2000 team. The 99 team got there. They had 2 seniors that everybody loved, but it didn't happen. A point guard decided, I'm going to come back my senior year, carry them to the championship. And I think it's also like the 2015 team. They have to be careful because that team was Izzo's most loaded team, and you all know what happened in the tournament that year. So they're going to be the hunted next year, not the hunters. They'll be favored to win the Big Ten. They'll be favored to get a 1 seed and play close to home. And Vegas odds aren't going to be that great if you want to put money on them next time you go there, because you're probably going to look at like a 4-to-1, 5-to-1 type of odds.
Let's put a nice little bow on the season. Big Ten regular season co-champs or champions, however you want to look at it. Outright Big Ten tournament champs, making the Final Four, 3 wins over Michigan. This cannot be deemed anything but a major success, correct?
You beat Duke.
And you beat Duke.
You beat Zion and the Zionettes.
The Zionettes.
Yeah, this year, and this is people, you're making this. You did it with a lot of pieces being taken away. With Kyle Arns was the latest one taken away from you.
I always have to say that, too, when people say, oh, well, you didn't win. Guys, 1 team wins a national championship every year.
67 teams will be considered a loser.
And more than that, because the 300 or some that start the season.
But you know what? It's the
with
road
a hope
to
and a chance.
Road to the Final Four. So guess what? Auburn's going to hang a banner in their arena. Whoever loses tomorrow will hang a banner in their arena. And guess what happens on Midnight Madness next year? State's going to hang a banner saying, we made the Final Four.
Once again, the 8th time in Tom Izzo's tenure at Michigan State. Rico, thank you so much. Always appreciate your time and your commentary on this. Follow him on the Twitterverse at Rico Beard. But coming up next, hottest team in baseball. Yeah, the Detroit Tigers, baby. We're talking about them. Anthony Fenix in the studio. You can't wait to see the mustache that this guy is rocking.
Ron Burgundy.
Next on the 7 Sports Cave.
You stay classy, Detroit.